What's going on, guys? This is Crozin and welcome to the new survival difficulty mode build, which I like to just call it the Survivalist. But Bethesda is going to be releasing a new update that is going to bring a complete overhaul to the survival difficulty. You're going to have a lot of new crazy features, like you're not going to be able to fast travel. You're going to have to rest in a bed in order to save your game. So there's no manual, there's no quick saving. You're going to have like a whole new wellness, a fatigue. You're going to have like a sickness. And you're going to have like a whole new adrenaline perk that's going to increase your damage the more you kill enemies. So there's going to be a lot of new crazy things added to this game, and it's going to bring a whole new dynamic to Fallout 4, and I am very excited to play this, and that is why I wanted to make a build. That way, from everything that I learned so far up to this point, all the features that have already been confirmed, this is the build that I came up with. Now obviously the game hasn't been released yet, or I should say the mode, so I don't expect you guys to make your character now, but just to give you guys some insight on this build that I came up with, and from everything that's already been confirmed so far, how I designed this build. So if you saw them last two clips, you will know that the gear that we're going to be using with this character is the Minuteman outfit. That way we get a +1 to perception, because as you see here, our perception is really low, especially in our starting stats. So we're going to need a little bit more of that. That way we have a better VATS accuracy. And also Dogmeat is going to be your companion. That way he can also give you an extra VATS accuracy boost while he is holding onto an enemy. And as I said, this is how you want your starting special stats to look like. And you want to put that extra point into charisma. That way you're going to start out with 5 charisma when you get to Sanctuary. And other things to note, this build is going to require a lot of exploring on getting these bobbleheads. Since there is no fast travel, you're really going to just have to keep your head down and rush to get these bobbleheads, because they are going to be essential and necessary in order for you to get the required perk whenever you get the extra point. So what I mean by that is, I know that strength, endurance, charisma, intelligence, and agility in particular with this build, you're going to have to get those bobbleheads early, and that way you can progress and get those perks that we're going to need. So I will see you guys in a sec, where we go over all of the perks that we're going to be using with this build, and I will show you how I came up with all of these things. So I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so we're here in the perk chart, and as you see, this build caps at level 49, and all the bobbleheads have been accounted for, and also this is the whole overview of all of the perks I went ahead and got up to this point for the survival difficulty. So I will try to go over all of the perks individually and explain to you why they are beneficial to this survival mode, and you guys can see how this build looks like, and then you can play it for yourself whenever the update is released. So the Armorer perk, this one is self-explanatory. It allows you to get the best armor in the game thanks to Ballistic Weave. So you can apply that Ballistic Weave to your Minuteman outfit and your hat, and basically you are set for the whole game as far as your armor goes. And going into the Perception tree, Rifleman, I thought this was the best gun boosting perk that you can get. I think it's better than Gunslinger and Commando, quite honestly, and I would probably go with Rifleman over any of them other ones in any kind of build if I had to choose so. And Awareness, this is going to be very useful because it'll allow you to see your enemies' resistances and their weaknesses, and it will allow you to decide whether to use an energy weapon or just a regular assault rifle depending on what they are weak to. Now Endurance, this is where most of our points are stacked into, and that is so we can get that nice extra health. And also Life Giver contributes to that, since we get a +20 maximum health with every rank. And Chem Resistance, so we can be immune to any chem addictions. And lastly, the Cannibal perk, so we can feast on corpses, which we all know is very fun. And this will allow us to satisfy our hunger so we don't starve and we don't get sick from the whole new features that are going to be added in the whole survival mode. Now, charisma in general, there's a lot of things to talk about with this one, but I did say that we are going to be using Dogmeat as our companion. That is so we can get this first rank and we can have a greater chance to hit our enemies while we are in VATS when Dogmeat is holding onto an enemy. That's going to be very useful since we have a low perception. And also Lone Wanderer. Now, I don't know if this is a bug or if this is intended, but as of now, Lone Wanderer does work with Dogmeat, So you can have Dogmeat as your companion, and you can also have Lone Wanderer, and both effects actually work together. So I figured I might as well maximize this and use Lone Wanderer since we are using Dogmeat. But again, I don't know if that's going to be patched or not. If it is, then we could run into an issue. But for now, it's not patched, and I don't know if it ever will be. So that's why we're going with both of these. And local leader. This is going to be pretty neat with this survival mode, since there is no fast travel, and you're going to be able to establish supply lines between your workshop settlements. So what that means is you don't have to go all the way back to, say, Sanctuary to get all of your gear. You can basically go to any kind of settlement and get all of your gear that you scavenged and go from there. It's just going to be very useful, and I can't see anyone making a whole survival mode build without local leader with this new update that's coming out. So intelligence, obviously that will give us some nice experience boosts. It'll make us level up faster. We're also going to be able to get the medic perk, which will allow us to heal quickly and better, and the hacker perk, which then we can hack terminals. Sorry, I can't speak here. And then the chemist perk, which is going to be probably one of the most important perks that you can get for this survival mode. Your chems will last longer, and we're going to really be using chems with this build. They're going to be very useful, and again, this is another one of those perks where I can't see you not having it if you are playing this whole survival mode. So that is why that is a must. And then lastly, the agility tree, mainly for one reason. That way we can get sneak, and then we can also get these nice little sneak attack damage boosters in order to improve our damage while we are sneaking. Sneak is going to be mandatory, guys. I know sneak makes the game easier, but that is kind of what we're looking for, since survival mode is going to be extremely difficult, and being able to sneak is going to really help you out in a lot of different scenarios. So that is really the whole overview of this build. Again, if new features are released or if something changes, I will update this build in a new video. But as of now, I think I am done with all Fallout 4 builds. I kind of want to move over to, say, the Fallout 4 DLC Let's Play to see if you guys are willing to watch that. If I kind of get a decent amount of views for that, then I will continue on with the Let's Play. And also next month is Dark Souls 3, which I am excited. Can't speak again. I'm excited about that, and I kind of want to do some builds for Dark Souls 3 and see how that goes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, and if you have any questions about the whole survival mode or anything like that, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you, and I will see you guys later. Peace, guys.